Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone's doing well. For today's video, I just wanted to share with you how I get this fox eye, like snatched makeup. It's been a very trendy look for a few months now, and I've always done little tips and tricks to give my eyes that like fox look. However, I've been also playing around with makeup to figure out how I can get my eyebrows to appear lifted without having to surgically do it or shave them off. And I think I found a way because they look pretty lifted to me. So if you want to figure out how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, before I start with makeup, I'm just going to prep my eyebrows. Full disclosure, this is like my third time doing it. I don't know why. The second I see that camera pointed at me, I just can't get it together. Fingers crossed this time. Now, normally I'd recommend a strong hold gel like this one here, but I'm just gonna use some good old-fashioned glue and really drag it up today. Now, because my eyebrow hairs are so thick, gels and soaps don't really work to help keep my eyebrows in place. Like, they tame them a little bit when they're messy, but they won't fully hold my eyebrows in the position I want them to be, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna take some glue and swipe. Now with the spoolie, I'm going to position them exactly how I want. And that's just like so. This eyebrow already looks much more lifted, can you tell? Now take some makeup remover and clean up the excess. This one applied so easily. Do you know why? Because I wasn't trying to explain it to the camera. I'm sick of myself. I'm looking a little crazy right now, but trust the process. Now I'm gonna continue and do my makeup as I regularly would. I'm going to prime my face with the SMASHBOX Photo Finish Primer. And I really like to focus it where I have fine lines and pores. Next is foundation. With the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, I'm going to take a couple of I'm almost out. I'm just going to start with a couple of pumps and a dense brush. This is the Morphe 439. That was right. I'm going to start buffing that in. Always remember to blend your foundation down your neck. Even if the shade matches perfectly, the texture does not. Now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and pat over everything to give it a really flawless finish. Okay, now I have two highlighters. One is a shade that's just a bit lighter than my skin tone for covering up my dark circles, and the other one we're going to use to highlight. This is the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the shade 2N, and the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I'm going to take the darker one and put it in the center of my under eyes, my forehead, and my chin. Now I'm going to take the lighter one and snatch my face. I've seen this trick a lot on Insta, TikTok, YouTube, but I think it's a Robert Welsh technique. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. So what I'm going to do is take the lighter concealer, put it in the inner corner and kind of down my nose like that, and then on the end of my eye here and bring it up. I look good. Now with a thin brush like this Morphe M432, I'm going to take the lighter color again and highlight my nose. And I'm going to use this to sculpt the bottom of my brows. Now, if you see any brow hairs that are kind of in the way of the shape you want them to be, you can just cover them with some concealer like I'm going to do. Now, even though I only had to do that to a couple, the glue also helps so that there's a very minimal texture. With a damp beauty blender, I'm just gonna start patting it in. I'm just gonna use a brush to blend out the concealer in the inner corners here. I'm gonna do the same thing on my nose. And under the brow. I just can't get over how lifted my eyebrows look, and I didn't have to like shave them off to draw them on higher. Now we're gonna contour. I'm just going to be using a large concealer brush. This one is from Sigma. It is the F65. This brush looks like it's been through it. What happened to you? Now I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Tantour. This is in the shade Light. And we're gonna take that and hit the usual spots. So cheekbone, jaw, forehead. Now I'm gonna take a smaller flat brush. This one I got in the Urban Decay Naked palette. With that Tantour again, I'm going to contour my nose, down the bridge, and then on the sides here. And a little line there to give me a little button nose. Now I'm going to go onto my eye and contour it like so. We're gonna be following this shape with our eyeshadow as well. I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. And now with a fluffy brush, this is the Morphe E27. I'm going to blend out my nose and the eyes. It kills me how nose contour goes from looking so ridiculous to snatched so quickly. You guys, I just realized that I forgot to do this eye. Like, am I actually okay? I guess because I'm not really looking at the mirror, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, so I just didn't notice. Makeup is crazy. Like, please recall how I looked at the start of this. Now to blend everything together with the beauty blender. Again. Now we're gonna bake a little bit. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Banana Bread. With my beauty blender, I'm gonna take some and put it where I put the concealer under my eye. And up here. And my smile line. Chin. Forehead. Down my nose. Now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer and a big fluffy brush. This is from Sigma, I wanna say the F12. I don't know what just happened to me. The Hoola Caramel Bronzer. This bronzer you kind of have to be careful with because it's very pigmented. And I'm gonna dust away the powder, bring it down my neck. With a smaller brush, this is the Morphe M438. And then wipe the powder. Now with just a clean brush, wipe everything away. Now we're gonna do blush, and I'm gonna go in with this color here from the NARS Overlust Palette. When I'm going for a snatch look like this, I typically like to do a more muted blush. So this is a very like pale peach. And I'm gonna bring it up my cheekbone to my temple. Before highlighter, I'm going to set my face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this stuff. Beauty blender. Lightly tap. And now I just want a subtle highlight, and this palette, all of these are pretty amazing for doing that. And I'm just going to take this light color here, and I'm going to take Tied Up and put it on my cheekbone and on my forehead a little bit. With a small brush like this one, this is the Morphe M213. Yep. I'm going to take the highlighter and put it on the tip of my nose and then down the bridge. I love nose highlight. It's finally time for eyebrows, and I just picked up this Revlon ColorStay Brow Shape and Glow, and it's pretty similar to the MAC Shape and Shade, which I really like, but it's like half the price. However, it does come with like this highlighter side that I'm never gonna use, and I don't know why companies keep doing that. So yeah, look at that marker side. And I'm gonna fill in my brow tail, but according to the shape I have it like glued to be, and bring that up a little bit. And now I'm just gonna go in with some brow gel. This is the Morphe Translucent Brow Setting Gel. And I'm going to brush my brows in place. Now that I've got both brows on, I'm not crazy, right? They look so much like higher and lifted. The other day I tried this out, and when my mom saw me, she was like, something's different. What's different? So I'm for sure not just like imagining that they're lifted because I want them to be. They definitely have to be. Now I'm going to move on and do eyeshadow. I do just want to say though, for this look, the fox eye look, you can use any color palette you want. Just make sure that you're following the shape I'm doing. I'm using about 3 colors, really easy. You're just going to want a transition shade, a shade to like contour, so a darker shade, and then whatever you want to pop on your lid. I'm going to be using my NATASHA Denona Gold Palette today, and I'm just going to use these colors here. I'm just going to grab a blending brush. This is the Morphe M441, and then with this light brown up here called Aria, I'm going to go over where I had my contour and follow that up and out shape. With a smaller blending brush, I'm going to grab this darker brown. So we're following the same shape, just not as diffused. Under my lower lash line, and again out. Blending it out with a clean brush. Okay, now you're gonna grab your eyeliner. I'm using the MILANI Supreme Kohl Kajal eyeliner. This is what it looks like. And it's just a pencil liner, and it's very dark. So you're gonna take that and draw a line from the outer corner into about 1/3 of the way in. I like to do kind of like a triangle shape. And now we're gonna play around with an eyeliner brush and just wing out the pencil liner. With the smaller brush, I'm just gonna keep blending that. Okay, this is sort of what I'm going for. I don't want there to be too much black on here though, so I'm just gonna take a concealer brush. It has a little bit of concealer on it and cover that up. I'm also about to go in with a glitter shadow, so this is a good way to prep my lid for that. Okay, your finished shape should look something like that. Now I'm just gonna go in with a shade for my lid. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It's called Alchemist. I'm just gonna take that with a flat brush. I don't know, it's rubbed off, but it's from Kohl. And I wet it with some setting spray. Now, I'm just gonna pat that on. Now that really helps to blend out the eyeliner. And I'm gonna take it again and just do a smaller line this time. I just wanna darken it up a little bit. Take the eyeliner brush. Now that should look something like this. Next, I'm going to do the flick on the inner corner here. And I'm gonna teach you my little trick for getting that nice sharp shape easily. So I'm gonna take my eyeliner and draw a little line right here. You want it to be going down. Now again, eyeliner brush to smudge it into the lash line and kind of get a better shape. Now in the process, it got a little smudged, so I'm gonna grab a concealer brush. This is just a small concealer brush. It's curved, and I'm gonna take that lighter concealer, just a little tiny amount. And because it already has that curved shape, I'm just gonna stamp it onto my eyeliner, and it'll clean up where it's smudged and give it that perfect crisp curve. Crisp. I just love how sultry that makes your makeup look. Anyway, I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this eye and I'll be back. Now that your eyes look like this and your fingers look like this, every time. Now that your eyes look like this, it's time for lashes. So I'm gonna start off with some mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I'm not gonna put anything on my lower lashes though, because I just want that area to stay very bright. For lashes, I'm just gonna use these that I get on Amazon. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you know I love these. I get all my lashes on Amazon. They're amazing, but this pack specifically, I do think they're sold out though, but I can link a similar pair by the same brand down below. And I'm just gonna take a pair and cut them in half. So I think I'm gonna do about right there. I actually like to use the inner corners of these too, not the outer corners. I just like to add some extra volume here for that like wispy cat eye effect. So I'm just gonna put those on the ends of my eyes and I will be back. If you haven't already watched my eyelash application tutorial, I'm gonna link it up here somewhere because I have a hack that'll help you apply your lashes very easily. While my lashes were drying, I just decided to put on a little bit more blush. Okay, my eyelashes are on, and does that not just make the biggest difference in the fox eye look? Last but not least, we're gonna do lips. As usual, I'm gonna go for a nude. Using the KKW lip liner in 90s Icon, I'm going to overline my lips. I'm gonna start by overlining the center and then pulling it back in. It's actually criminal how much I transform. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the shade Driver. Almost done. I'm just going to take the lip liner and blend everything together. I feel like a different person. Like, I love this makeup look. Who is she? All right, and I'm all done for today's tutorial. I really like how this look turned out. I think my face definitely looks snatched and my eyes have that like foxy look going on. So let me know if you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. But that's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.